You all know that India has signed a deal of $2.6 billion, mean almost 19,000 crore rupees, to acquire 24 numbers of MH-60R Romeo helicopters from USA. And I am going to tell you the reason why India is buying these war machines. Let's talk first about the Indians' national security situation and its future perspectives. India and China both want to be a superpower, and both countries are having that potential too. China is almost 1 decade ahead in this race than India, and China does not want India to give a competition to it. Second, to be superpower, the first thing any country needs to do to ensure the energy security of the country. For energy security, any country needs to secure the oil sources and the routes through which the oil and its most businesses are running. To satisfy these objectives, China has engulfed the whole South China Sea, and it has launched its string of pearls strategy. To understand this strategy, we need to see Asia's map. So let's go to the map. So friend, we have come to the map. Let's see. This is China, this is India, this is Pakistan, and this is the oil exporting countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Oman, UAE. So if any oil tanker collects oil from these countries, and it would go through this way, it would pass through this Maldives, Sri Lanka, and finally through this Malacca Strait, and after that through this South China Sea it will reach China. So China has captured this South China Sea, and using this string of pearls, it has made its naval bases in Gawadar port over here, in Djibouti over there also they have a naval base, and in Sri Lanka also they are trying to make one naval base, and in Burma also they are negotiating for a naval base. In Bangladesh also they have some investment. In Maldives they have taken one island from Maldives for their navy uses. So in this way China is encircling India, and to counter China in Indian Ocean, India has invested in Chabahar port in Iran. It is already having naval bases in Mumbai, Kochi, and here Visakhapatnam, and in Andaman and Nicobar. India has also created naval bases in Mauritius, Madagascar, Seychelles. So in case of India-China war, what India can do? India can choke this point, Malacca Strait, because it is having a big navy assets in Andaman and Nicobar. So India can easily choke this Malacca Strait and devour any Chinese ship going through this Malacca Strait. So in that case, Chinese energy security would come to a stake. So what China has done for it? China has diversified the route by investing in Pakistan through CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. So in that case, oil tanker would collect the oil from this oil exporting countries, and it would come up to this Gwadar port of Pakistan, and from there through this land route the oil would reach the Xinjiang province of China. So in case of India-China war, China would what China would do? China would put some of its navy assets in Gwadar port, some submarines, some frigates or destroyer it would put in Gwadar port of Pakistan. With the help of Pakistan Navy and Chinese warships, what China would try to do? It would try to block the trade route of India. So in case of India-China war, China with the help of Pakistan Navy, it would try to block the trade route of India, putting their naval assets through these locations, so that the Indian ships could not come to India. So in that case, India's energy security would come into a stake. So to avoid that, India has to be very powerful, and India has to have the capability to counter Chinese and Pakistani navy assets So to search and hunt down the Pakistani and Chinese submarines, India is going to buy this MH-60 Romeo helicopters from USA. As you guys are knowing that it is called Submarine Hunter. Above all, China operates 68 submarines. Among them, 7 are having the capabilities of launching ballistic missiles, 2 nuclear powered submarines, and the rest are conventionally powered attack submarines. And Pakistan operates 8 submarines. So in case of a two-front war, India may have to face 76 number of submarines at the max, but India is operating 16 submarines. In case of nuclear war, which is a very distant scenario, Pakistan is not having third strike capability, which means firing of nuclear missiles from submarine, but China is having. So to hunt down that submarines, Chinese third strike capability, India is buying these choppers. These MH-60 Romeo helicopters will augment the warfare capabilities of Indian Navy. And you might be knowing, India also operates 12 number of Boeing P-8 Poseidon aircrafts, which are also used for anti-warfare operation in long-range mission. On P-8 Poseidon, I will bring another video in details. Okay. Now I am going to tell you about the capabilities of MH-60R Romeo helicopter. The primary undersea warfare sensor of MH-60R multi-mission helicopters is the airborne low-frequency sonar. This sonar enables these helicopters to detect, track, localization and classification of the submarines at any depth. The longer detection range over a wide area makes these helicopters perfect for anti-submarine warfare. The sonar maximizes performance by using multi-frequency operation that adapts to changing environmental conditions. Apart from that, it is having missile approach warning system and can intercept the incoming missile. It can operate in night with the glass cockpit and helmet mounted night vision devices. It can also perform underwater communication. It can fire torpedoes from air to destroy and hunt Navy ships and submarines. It can also destroy ground targets by firing Hellfire fire and forget missile. It can also produce false infrared signal to confuse incoming IR-seeking missiles. So you can see it is capable to defend itself and it can launch offensive operations very well. Its blades and tail could be folded, so it could be easily accommodated on all our destroyers, frigates and aircraft carrier. It comes with 4 Mk-54 torpedoes, 8 Hellfire missiles and precision kill weapon system and 7.62 mm machine gun. Its weight is around 6.89 tons and maximum takeoff weight is about 10.7 ton. Maximum cruise speed is 267 km per hour and range is 834 kilometers. It is a joint venture of Sikorsky and Lockheed Martin. So to summarize, I want to say it has anti-surface warfare capabilities, anti-ship warfare capability, anti-submarine warfare capability and all kind of search and rescue mission it can perform. So you might have understood that why it is considered as a formidable war machine. Indian Navy requires more than 100 numbers of this kind of multi-mission helicopters. Out of 100, it is purchasing 24 numbers right now. USA announced that it is going to supply 3 numbers of MH-60R helicopters which are manufactured for US Navy. But seeing the India-China tension, they are going to supply that in 2020 only. Rest will be supplied 2021 onwards. So India will be ready to challenge China very soon in Indian Ocean region. And if requirement comes, then Indian Navy may join hands with USA, Japan and Australia to counter China in South China Sea too. If you liked my video, then please like, comment and subscribe it. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you would get all the updates regarding my new videos. Thank you for watching.